Hello, ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here, and welcome to Defect, Spaceship Destruction Kit, where mutiny is inevitable. I love that little tagline. Mutiny is inevitable. Dev sent me over a press demo of their upcoming title, and I wasn't sure what to think of it. When they tell you mutiny is inevitable, like, what? You build ships, and then they go up against you, they bail on you, and the crew says, hey, you know what? Dibs, and they run off. It's actually a lot of fun. Though, I gotta say, the press demo kind of pissed me off, and you'll see why in just a second. So we're gonna go to new game, because I've already beaten what I'm allowed to play in the press demo. Let's jump on in. So, you start off with this over map. The first level that you have to play is the tutorial, and then as you play one and beat it, you'll progressively go through these chains until finally you can choose the direction you want to go to. The Scrap King is the only boss that you're able to play in the press demo. This is the area that I'm able to play, everything else is going to be locked down. So, welcome to Asbestos, Captain. Everything is absolutely great here. I don't believe you. Click launch and get started. There's the planet we're currently orbiting, Planet Asbestos. It's gotten a good sense of humor in this one, and you'll see, especially if you're a science fiction fan, yeah, you'll get a few chuckles, especially out of the ship parts. Now, when you play a map, each mission will unlock new ship parts, and you'll progressively get more and more and more on so much stuff that you'll be able to make almost any ship that you can think of. All right, welcome to Asbestos, Captain. I'm your Z-Call personal built-in digital assistant, but you can call me Zek. I've been assigned to show you how things work. Why? Okay. This is the Dawn Bomb. It randomly names your ships too based on the parts you used to build it. The first lesson is zooming in and out. Okay, we'll just do that real quick. You can use the slider bar here on the side. I think they're gonna make this into a mobile game or something because it's got gigantic buttons, but it does work just fine on PC. You can use your middle mouse wheel to zoom in and out. WSAD is to directly control your spacecraft. This is my ship. I know, it's not much to look at, but it's mine. Fly on over to the waypoint, alrighty. Ships have a variety of stats. So they've got defensive armor stats, they've got the thrust, rock, you can die from crashing into things. This is a drone target. Your gun is pretty short range, so you'll have to get pretty close. Your crew will fire automatically when you're within range. Alrighty. Let's bounce on over there. You have a stability meter. I'll show you guys all that once we start making the actual ship. But I have one gun. It fires forward, and my crew will fire as soon as I'm in range, and I'm vaguely pointing at it. And we're just gonna pop on over here and shoot this thing. Oh, crap. Let's get around that. So he's got kind of the crappy laser, and my braking. Oh! Oh, why? Core exposed, and it exploded. Wow, that was unexpected. Sorry about that. Let's get you a new ship. Jerk move, bird. Robot bird. This is the ship design tool. This is gonna run us through how to build ships real quick. So, welcome to the Suppressed Systems Navy Shipyard. I'm your engineer, Captain, blah, 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 blah. All right, so you click the subsystem that you want. So these are cores, the crew quarters, the armor and spacers, engines, wings, which actually do something, they're not just for looks, wings, weapons, and then kind of generic multi-crew, multiplayer type dealios. So first thing you have to have is a core. When you click one of these, it'll give you options on the top. We'll grab the core, drop it in. Now this is the tutorial, so I don't actually have option on how I build this. It has to be built the way they want it. You can resize things, you can rotate things. You get such a huge amount of parts in this, and they didn't skirt around it. A lot of the stuff will remind you. What do they want from me? There we go. And then they want a turret. Well, they want a gun. Well, we only have one gun, so there we are. Let's go ahead and put that down. You can change the layer. Here's the layer list. So here's my gun. It looks really ugly, but if I put it down on the layer list, it'll go on the bottom. Same with the engine. That engine's terrible. Let's move the engine down a few layers. There we go. Thank you. And you can rotate things and do all kinds of stuff, which we'll get into. As soon as I get out of the tutorial, I'll be able to build stuff and there'll give me a lot of options. And then you can go ham with it because there's so much customization. And the way you stack things actually affects the stats on other things. And as you can see, the game actually looks pretty good. Like this right here is a cargo ship that's passing by. We'll get closer to it. Oh, this is such an ugly ship. Oh man, the Dawn Bomb. That's the SO-84 Ambiguous Wind. It's departing Asbestos after delivering supplies. We're doing a customs inspection. Get in close and I'll scan the hull. So now we're scanning it. So there's a variety of different missions. Each mission is different. You don't always end up just fighting yourself. That's right, you'll end up fighting your own ships. So we just scanned it. He's trying to get away, and now we're gonna take out his subsystems, which it does matter where you did hit, what systems take damage. That's why you have armor. We're gonna take out his engine. And it matters, it really matters for you because you can manually control all your subsystems and it gives it like a huge boost. So right now, I can't do it. I'll show you guys in the next bit of the tutorial. Right now I have to disable this guy. So I'm just gonna cruise up behind him. Keep tapping on my fuel gauge. That's me, that little bar you see on the bottom. I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent, but that means my engine is online. I'm just gonna chill behind him until we take out his engines. There we go. I've got something really big coming in and it's unscheduled. Oh no! What could it all mean? Ugh! Exterminate! I've been watching Doctor Who, don't judge me. All right, so what they want us to do is take out the fighters, and then our backup will come in and hopefully help us out with that big ship. Which I'm like right up his butt, and I have no maneuverability on this thing. Get it flipped around here. There we go. The way you destroy something is you get their armor down, and then one hit to a core will destroy it. There's our help. Pretty cool looking ship, actually. You will be able to build ships of that scale. Now, sadly, in this demo, I don't get anything that big. Explosions are bad. Clear up any fighters. Our ships will deal with this guy. Incoming. Our ship is getting wrecked. Fire, 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 fire. There we go. Take him down. Now you can't replay missions, at least in the media demo. That's why I have to go through the tutorial again for this. Can we get some backup here? Look at that ship, like that's how big they get, and I'm just a speck with those giant thrusters. All right, I'm back in. What do we got? Oh, good grief, they came in with a larger ship. We better take out the freighter. So now my job is to take the freighter out so they don't get what they're looking for. Death Horror. That's a great name for a ship, Death Horror. I'm on my way. The Bad Protector. Yeah, it randomly makes names based on the subsystems I think that you choose. Wah! Finish off the freighter. Oh, I can't do that until you let me shoot at it. Let me zoom in. Detail's pretty nice. It's got some three-dimensional objects like the scanning beacon there. Should be able to take this down fairly quickly. Should I move away? Ah. All right. Now I should be able to actually customize my ship. But here is where the game gets its tagline from. I'm not detecting any more ships incoming. I don't even think there are any more ships in the system. No more ships at all? Correct, no signals. We're the only functioning military ship left. Haha, we can control the system. And these guys will be a little randomized with different suits and stuff. Adios, Captain, the ship is ours. And they dump us in space. And that's how every mission ends, with you being dumped into space. So they just stole your ship? Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Yeah, huh? We'll send out a retrieval drone to pick you up, and they hit the shipyard pretty hard too. So let's get back to the shipyard. Means we're gonna be able to customize a new ship. So what's cool though is that you'll come up with a ship designed for purpose, right? You'll play the mission, you'll be like, oh man, I need long range missiles, or I need a rail gun, or close range, I build a TIE fighter that's super fast and I can just whiz in and out and kill targets that way, depending on what your strategy is. You'll beat the mission, you'll move on to the next one, you'll do a cool kind of different objective depending on what it is. Here's our next mission. We have built some new ship components. I'll go to launch. Now I'll be able to actually make something. Your crew, by the way, are traitors. They come from a penal colony. They're all prisoners. All right, so let's get started. You get 3 cores to start out with. Oops, wrong button. Resume. We'll go with... Let's go... Snippet output of every core. This will allow you to build a bigger and better ship, more crew, and more guns. But bigger isn't always better because the bigger the ship is, the easier it is to take hits. But you can make them more armor. Like here's the biggest ship, and the bigger the core is, the bigger the radius is. Now when I beat this before, I got 2 more cores that looked awesome, but I couldn't use them because I had beat all the missions in the press demo, sadly. But we'll go with the largest core. Let me see if I can actually show you guys some of the ship designs that I already have. Here we go. Here are the ship designs that I already have. Yes, that's the Enterprise. The power pawn. Yes, this is a TIE fighter. The Assault Psycho. I didn't name these, it's automatic. The Assault Psycho is hilarious. Super fast, super maneuverable, can't take a hit with a bean. It's kind of like my ARC TIE Fighter X-Wing design, the Astro Nebula. That one's kind of cool. But what you have to do is, we'll go back, is you can change the scale of everything. And you've got to balance it out. So now we need crew. We've got power versus crew. Now the cockpit that we choose will change how much mass we have and how many crew that we have. If we go small, like a fighter here, this is like the armored fighter cockpit, which we're not going to, because it only gives us 8 crew members. And this is a large core for a like a cruiser, I think it is. Let's go with, oh, you know what? We'll do a Star Trek. We'll do like a original series design for this first ship. Here's our power core. That'll be in our engineering section. So we'll throw that maybe right here. Now I did notice that if you stack the power core underneath something, you instantly lose a certain amount of health. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's making that whistly UFO noise, that as soon as I put that down. There's a lot of little touches like that that'll make you chuckle. Let's get smaller with this. Can I just like attach it without attaching it? Not sure if that's gonna work or not. Let's do, so we got the crew quarters. Now we have 25 crew members. You can use multiple of these. You can only use one core. So if I wanted to, then I could do like an armor bit here in the middle, and that'll give us 50 crew members. But these all take power as well. Also gonna add mass to make our ship slower. Next up, we have armor and spacers. Got a lot of stuff that we can play around with. Let's do, the descriptions of these are pretty good. Like, let's go back into this real quick. The saucer. The shooting round walls of this component are designed for comfort and relaxation, granting long-term psychological benefits to your crew members. They'll still steal your ship, though. Okay. This one, crew members will always say they want windows until the fighting starts, and those windows become death holes. Not surprisingly, leaving out the death holes adds a greater deal of armor to this component. More armor, I think it takes more power too. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just takes more mass. So let's do that. We'll go for like a mini cruiser with more armor. We're gonna armor it up too, so we're probably gonna cover the core up. We'll do that. Now this is our armored sections and our connector sections. So we could grab like this brick here and we can make it bigger. There we go. Oh man, this is gonna be a big ship. This is gonna be the biggest ship I've ever designed. So we'll do like something like that. Make sure everything's all centered and stuff. There we go. Let's take this, let's bring that up one layer so it's on top. Then let's go down to the next bit. That's how big of an armored chunk we've got. The next bit's going to be our engines. Now I really like these. The medium engines are pretty good. The warp ones are pretty nice too. If you notice this, the tri-stage ringed engine, yes, that looks exactly like the Millennium Falcon engine almost. Often mistaken for a piece of junk, so fast and agile that it once turned distance into time. Yep, Star Wars reference there. I think these are the engines off of the Firefly class, a very specialized and rare engine component that generates more torque and maneuverability than most wings. But you notice how it gives you thrust and steering, but it kills your stability for this particular engine? Well, stability, if you have a lot of instability in your ship, you'll find that going straight is really difficult. I built a ship that could accelerate like a madman, but ended up curving like off. I couldn't control it at all. It was terrible. Let's go ahead and go with the, those are even less stability. These engines are converted torpedoes. They're very responsive and also add some agility. Ideal for small ships. Being based on a torpedo, they have a slight tendency to explode. I don't think so. Big engine, most powerful in its class. It even has some armor built in. Yeah, but its stability is negative 200. Now you can get stability from wings. You can add multiple wings to it. Stability for the tri-stage big wings, 100. So if I wanna go crazy, what we could do is, let's grab this tri-stage engine. All right, let's bring it down. Let's put it underneath the armor. There we go. And then we can take a pair of these like X-wing looking wings and blow them up into scale. We can use the middle mouse scrolling thing to do this. Will let me do this? Will let me do this. Now one thing that's cool, let's do that again. We can put symmetry on, drag and drop these. And then you can do something like that. I dig that, I dig that. We still got plenty of crew and plenty of power, and now she should be fairly stable because these are giving us 100 each, and this is negative 200. Let's go with How about we have to put a turret on it? Oh man, I could do tool turrets. Now let's mix it up. Let's do one turret, symmetry off. We'll read the descriptions of some of these weapons. So we've got the Tri-Stage Blaster. Dedicated AI core of the Tri-Stage Blaster is capable of anything from translating ancient text to winning game shows. We use it to shoot in a straight line, so you don't have to waste any crew members on it. All right, we could get the burner. The burner is actually a phaser, so think kind of like Star Trek, though it's fairly short range. We have the 2255 Dodger. I don't think I've ever used this thing. 0.5C, is that long enough name? Holy crap. A blaster weapon with excellent range and damage, but the weight will compromise the agility of most fighters. This makes it more useful for strafing rounds against large targets. It's arguably the pointiest of guns. 5 damage versus 4 versus 3. What's the range on it? Range is 60. Okay. Deja Beam. High-powered laser with a 45-degree firing arc. Only short range, though. I don't think I like short range. Let's get bigger. Now, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, damage doesn't... Oh, what? Priority? I didn't know about this. Go back to building. That's really cool. You can change the priority and change all the settings for it. Default targets. I can have it targets. Right now, let's just aim for the core. Turret's gonna aim for the core. Big ass turret right there. And then let's give ourselves some type of, we don't have any missile weapons yet, do we? No, we don't. We've got Gatling guns though. 15 power on that. Can we do symmetry and put 2 of those? 2 of these maybe? Sweet. Now you're probably wondering what the circles are. I believe if they overlap themselves, that means they'll have diminishing returns. Check that out, and then let's put it down a few. Not bad, not bad at all. We still have more space. Now, later in the game, we'll actually get shield technology. We'll have directional shields we can use that we can actually turn, more turrets, all kinds of stuff. And like I said, I've only gotten to that one boss and didn't get any farther. What else do more weapons? Can we get we don't have the base turret. No, we don't. So we can't fit another turret on there. And we have, that would eat up the rest of our crew for more power. We don't really need any more power. We can get a radar. Radar helps turrets track, and we can't afford to use one. We only need 1 radar though, so let's turn symmetry off, plop a radar down, maybe back, maybe up front. I'd be cool with that. And then what do? You're flares. And then let's do flares in the rear with the gear, just in case there's missiles. That is a well-balanced ship. Now let's see how well she does. So let's save it. Yes, save the ship design. She's the Vector Cobra, I dig that. And let's launch. So the fun bit is, you'll get into a mission. You will lose missions when you play this, but you'll be able to go back as soon as it's over and say, oh wait, now I know what I need to do. I'm gonna change out these weapons, I'm gonna do this, do that, make it faster, make it more maneuverable. I turned 1 into just a giant turret, barely able to move, barely able to maneuver, but it had a gigantic cannon on it. 2 pirate fighters have been crippled by a gamma pulse. Let's finish them off. Right click on the closest one and target it. Okay, so we're still doing tutorial shenanigans. Right click to target. This little locking button will lock it so I can always see him. Now we're gonna get closer and it'll auto fire. Now we don't have full control over the ship yet. We have to get through this tutorial bit before we will. Here's our cannon. We gotta get within range. I think, yep, there's our range circle. Dang, those underneath the wings went to town. I won't even get within range for the turret to take care of the business. There he goes, there's the turret firing. These guys are disabled. Yes, they do look like TIE fighters. And they're quite small when it comes to ships. That's why we need bigger cores. Sadly, in the dev build, or in the media build, I can't get the bigger cores. Another wave coming in, and we've been hit with a gamma pulse. So now they want us to use hit the shift key, there it is, and now we'll be able to do subsystems. So our engine is down, that's why it's in red. I'm taking over the turrets. Left click and holding down lets me control the turret. I right click to fire. You can hear it firing. Do, 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 do. And now it's time to rock face, so we'll start firing off. And now I'm disabled and I don't have any scrap. Scrap is the stuff that you see when I kill a target and it flies off everywhere, this stuff right here. That's the stuff. I should probably take care of business here. Let's go ahead and turn our forward firing weapons this way. Take you out. I disabled his engine. Like I said, directional damage does matter because you'll disable their subsystems. Turn the turret. Open fire. Everything we've got. Now, if I had scrap, I could just click this and it would repair it. Now, what's cool is whatever you have clicked and you're manually controlling it yourself, like we'll click that, I can't do it, but like if I click my engine, say, it will get a huge bonus. Like the rate of fire on this turret is not this fast when the AI controls it, but if I control it, it's shooting way quicker, does a lot more damage. Here he comes. Open up on a, you see all the scrap everywhere. Now if I could collect some of that, I could repair my subsystems, meaning there's a little bit of a tactic to it where you want to keep moving. You want to have enough maneuverability to collect scrap in a fight so you can constantly repair yourself. Seriously, more? Man, they're just not learning. They have done some subsystem damage to me. They keep hitting my wings. All right, where's the next target? There's the next target coming in from the south. So let's turn the main cannons your way. And let's turn the turret toward you. Got them both. And we did pick up some scrap in the explosion, so I should be able to repair my engine now. There it goes. Engine's repaired. I'm on the move again. And since I'm controlling the engine directly, I'm a lot faster and more maneuverable, meaning I can use my cannons a bit better since they only face forward. See my turret just going to town on him. Come here, come here. Good job of the turret. When you're in direct control, components will be more effective. Yes, it will be. So we'll just skip through all this. Great work, fix anything else that got wrecked. We can do that. We'll fix up these wings of ours. We'll fix up our crew quarters and everything should be good. Now, when you put something like an armored block, the armor will be multiplied because you're, I don't know, taking direct control of an armor plate. I don't know how that works, but it's a thing. Don't question the game logic. Take these guys down. What I could really see this dev group doing is once they get this title out, doing some type of like sandbox. We just lost our engines. We had to repair them. It's up to the turret. Come on, turret. Oh, I don't have any control over my turrets anymore, and one of my cannons are offline. And I've lost some of my stability because one of my wings are down. So we're gonna correct all that stuff up. We're gonna switch back to controlling the turret. I think I want more firepower right now than I want maneuverability. Because they're gonna strafe me anyways. Everything we've got into him. There he goes. Collect some more resources. Nice. It's your old ship. Oh, the Dawn Bomb is back. Remember these bastards? You stole my ship. So we're gonna take these guys out. And this is basically how every mission that I've played so far has worked out. The mission where they're gonna take off with our ship now. So in the next mission, when I complete the objective, these guys will show back up and I'll have to battle my own ship. Which is gonna be really bad because that ship is well designed, I think. I kind of screwed myself on that one, but now I've unlocked more stuff. Which I think I already had all this but this. This is the lower level turret. It takes less energy, I think. Now I'll be able to move on to the next one. Get out of there and hunt down those mutineers. All right, so let's build this new ship to hunt down those mutineers. We're gonna hunt down our old ship. First thing I wanna do is grab the core. This time we're gonna go small. I say we build ourselves some type of TIE fighter. Actually, let's load up a TIE fighter that I've already built. Load TIE fighter. There she is. This is the Assault Psycho. She's a pretty wicked little ship. And let's go ahead and hit done. She's fast. She could be faster, but it would take up more, well, it'd take up more power than she's got. The neat thing about the eyeball ship, there he goes. That eyeball ship is that it already has everything it needs. It has thrusters on it. You don't need all these extra bits. The pieces on the side, which I'm using as the TIE Fighter wings, are actually armored plates. And the cockpit itself has some armor to it too, but not very much. She's super maneuverable, but I think I'm gonna upgrade her engine so she's faster. Take direct control of my weapons. Oh god, they've got phasers. The phasers are fairly effective. They don't really have a lot of armor though. Fast this turret fires, gun fires. He manages to fix himself. Let's get in there. So if you think you're a half decent pilot, and can kind of guess where the enemy's gonna fire at, feel like you can dodge it. You can make a ship that's not about the amount of firepower. It can be about speed and maneuverability. Like I said, to take out an enemy ship, it takes all you have to do is hit the core one time. You can break through the armor. Some of the capital ships that you will face, the very boss one that I fought, had a core completely exposed, but it was behind a wall of turrets and heavy armor. But if you can get behind it and you can get a shot, like It kind of felt like doing a trench run on the Death Star. I had to get that sweet shot to take him out. But when I did, the whole thing went up like a Christmas tree. It was great. Sadly, since I can't replay that mission, I'd have to fight my way all the way to that boss. I mean, there are a lot of you guys, and I have not died. I do not have any scrap, though, which is really dangerous, because if they do, say, get a lucky shot and take out one of my engines, my only engine, I'm done. Like, I will be dead. So we're gonna grab some scrap here. Oh, I'm so small, it's hard to collect scrap. Come here. There we go, we got 10 scrap. That's enough to repair maybe one subsystem. That's your old ship. You know what to do. Run away, because it's super powerful? I can't even get behind it and use that as a weakness because it's got the turret. So I'm gonna have to do strafing runs or something. Let's take out his buddies first. These pirates. And grab some more stuff to repair. Here he comes, using those cannons on us. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, don't hit me! Okay, we only took a little bit of armor. Man, because it's mostly armor on the sides, I think this thing's actually got a lot of health for its weight class. Nope, took a hit. All right, repairing the crew quarters. I have no control until I get my cockpit back online. See that? He hit me with one of those cannons. So I don't want to let the cannons get within range. Swing by, swing by. All right. Now I'm switching back to... I can switch to my engines and be more maneuverable, but then I have to rely on my gunners to get the job done. That might be the way to do it, though. Focus on maneuverability. Like, see how slow the turret is turning? I can just keep outside of his angle. Oh, God, that was close. Now what I can do is I can lock, and it'll keep him on the camera. That way I can zoom in a bit more and get more into the action. I am just, there we go, getting some good hits there, but, oh, I took a hit, repairing. That's the most dangerous part of being a TIE fighter. He got me into the center. Oh shit, I'm going right through it, aren't I? Yep, I hit the side though. He only hit part of my cockpit once, so we're gonna get a little closer, lock onto the camera. No, not right at him, not right at him. Oh, am I manually controlling the... Yes, I am, that's why it's not firing. Now I'm more maneuverable. I like that it kind of drifts. That way I can drift around the rounds. Okay, I think I've disabled him. I've disabled his engines now. He only had the one engine in the back. Now we just take him out. Vector Cobra. This is what happens when you mutiny. Against CaptainShack. And he's dead. Grab up some stuff. That's it for the mission. And we'll unlock some new stuff. We'll be able to customize another ship. Now I want to get one of the big cores so I can make a Star Destroyer and fill it with turrets. We've won! We're the most powerful ship in the system! We're taking this ship and running. Now I'm pretty sure we can handle taking out the TIE fighter. We just have to outfly them. We've unlocked missile clusters. Well, like rocket clusters. They're sort of missiles. They track a little bit. A missile tube. Looks like some thrusters and a couple things, some subsystems. So the next one is hunt for scrap. Got to take out a bunch of targets. This one here is a race. This one is taking out a space station, which was a pain until I realized missiles are my friend. And then the Scrap King is the boss. But all right, guys, that is a first look, my first impressions of Defect. It is a lot of fun. It's got a cool customization system, and hopefully we see it like a $20 title on Steam because I'm really enjoying it. I could think it'd be a great one to just pick up, play for a bit, and then I'm hoping this isn't the only map. I hope there's like different sectors. So I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be other types of game modes because it says versus. Is it all versus? I don't know. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more gaming goodness, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.